Hi, I'm Lee. Welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, then do me a favor and if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. All right, today we're going to talk about those pictures you took that just really didn't come out very well, and you're planning to toss them away. Well, hold on a minute. There might be something you can actually do with those types of images. And what I'm suggesting here is we use a program called Topaz Studio 2. And in that, you can convert those bad images into artwork. And as an art piece, they look pretty doggone good. So let's go take a look here and see what we can come up with. I've got 3 images today I'll share with you that I've worked on in this. And I first of all, what I did was I went into the images. These are pictures that people have sent me, and tried to correct them as much as I possibly could. But finally decided at the end the results were not exactly stellar, not something I would want to show to somebody else. However, when I took them into studio and changed them into art rather than photographs, voila, there you go. We have something we can work with. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at these 3 images. All right, first up, we got this one here of the turtle in the pond. And you can see already it's muddy here in the background. It's muddy here around the rocks. The turtle's in shadow. You really can't see it too well, too crisply or clear. Not a great photo to begin with. But anyway, I gave it the old try, and I took it into Luminar Neo, and I managed to do this. Well, okay, this was before, this was after. Brought some more color in, but it also brought a whole lot of mud in. So, I mean, not much you can do with this image. I mean, we sharpened it on one hand, but on the other hand, the end result is pretty lousy, and this is a throwaway picture. Okay, let's try another one right here. Again, the camera, whoever took the picture, the camera compensated for the overall lighting in the image. But the problem is because the swan was white, it got blown out and there's absolutely no detail. Now I try to work this in Neo and we'll show you that. And although the picture looks better here because we darkened it a lot and brought out a lot of detail, the white swan still has no detail. So let's move on to the last picture that we're going to work with today. And this is 2 friends getting together down in Florida and having a good time. It's a selfie picture. And unfortunately, it just, I don't know, the flash in the camera just kind of ruined it. So I tried this in Neo and I came up with that, but still it's out of focus. They just aren't sharp. So I added sharpen AI to it, which sharpened it a little bit, but overall, not a great image. So let's go back to the first image that we have right here. And since this didn't work out so well, let's add another layer. And what I'm going to do is I'll just hit Command J, and we will change this. I'll give it a name, and we will call it Topaz Studio 2. Enter. And now we're going to go up here to our filter out of Photoshop, and we will go to Topaz Studio 2, and we'll click right here, and it brings it up in Topaz Studio 2. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take the easy route here in this. So I'm not going to get into deep. Trust me, there's a lot more you can do with Topaz Studio 2 than what I'm going to do today. But we're just going to do the easy part and add a look. So we're going to click there, and we have all of these, and let me just scroll down. You'll see all kinds of looks in here. Okay, so let's go, and the first one we're going to take a look at, let's see what it looks like as a chalk pastel. And bring that up. Oh, not too bad, except it's, I don't know, it's just too out of focus. I'm not crazy about it. All right, I'm going to skip the black and white ones because I like the color in the image. I just need to sharpen it up and make it look like something. So charcoal, sketchbook, charcoal, charcoal. Let's see what charcoal, colored pencil one. Let's see what that looks like. Meh. Not so much. Okay, color pencil two. Let's check that one out. That's kind of getting there. I kind of like that. That's a nice sketch. And note, we can also adjust the amount. And if we drag that back a little bit, see, you can play with that. That's pretty much the original image right there. But again, I'm not happy with it. I would like it to be a little sharper than that. So let's keep going and see what we can find. Dagus Dancers. Let's try that one. And I'm beginning to like that a little bit, but again, it's a little cloudy. Let's just bring down the amount somewhat. And that's not too bad there. I'm still not too happy. Let's try Edward Hopper. Let's see what he can do. Ooh, now that's an interesting look. I kind of like that. If we go to Expressionism, I don't know about you, but for me, that's kind of way over the top. So we're going to hang on to Edward Hopper. We'll keep that in the back of our minds. And we'll go back down here. Let's see. Happy Little Trees. Where do they go? Yeah. Let's see if we can brighten that up a little. Okay, not too crazy about that. Let's try a line in ink. That's not too bad, but again, I'm not crazy about it. Liquid pencil. No. No, 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 no. Let's see. Impressionist. Let's see what that is. Not bad. I don't mind that one so much. Let's try oil painting one. A little too dark for my taste. Let's go on down. Let's see. Palette knife and oil one. That's pretty interesting as well. Two. No, not that. Okay. Pointillism? No, definitely don't like that. Renoir? Too fuzzy for my liking. Okay, Seurat. Seurat, one of my favorite painters. The color's too heavy in this one. Let's just pull down the amount a little bit, maybe. That doesn't seem to be working too well. Seurat Afternoon. A little more sort of a combination of Seurat and pointillism, don't you think? Simple sketch. Oh, we got a nice sharp turtle here now. And if we pull that back a little, can we lighten that up some if we pull it back? It still looks kind of muddy in here. What else have we got? I think we're almost at the bottom of the list. Let's try a Van Gogh. Now we're getting there. I like this. I like the Van Gogh. And we'll just pull that back a little. Right about there. I definitely like the Van Gogh. So with that, I'll just hit accept. And it takes us back to Photoshop. And we've changed our bad photo into that. Okay? We got some artwork here. Let's go on to the next image. Let's see what we can do with that one. All right, so here we got, here's the original image. I worked it in Neo, but the swan is still whited out there. It's bleached out, and we need to do something with it. So let's create a new layer with the Neo. I kind of like the Neo result, and we'll give that a name. We'll call it Topaz Studio 2. Enter. And we're going to go up here to filter in Photoshop, and we'll come down here to Studio 2, click there, watch, and once again we're going to go to add look. And notice the thing is, it takes the image for all of these samples here and shows you what you're going to get right here, because this is our image, because there's our white swan. And already you can see that one, chalk pastel is not going to work for us. It doesn't give us any detail to the swan. Even the charcoal, the swan's still bleached out there. So let's scroll down. Let's find something else here. Charcoal 2. Colored pencil. That doesn't look too bad. Let's see what that comes up with. Not bad. I'd like to darken it a little. There. Unfortunately, our swan is still whited out. I'm not entirely happy with that. Colored pencil 2. It's like too bright. Let's bring that down a little. Still getting a very whited out swan. I'm not very happy with that. Let's go down a little further. Let's try Edward Hopper. What do we got there? Well, we got some detail, but it kind of looks like, I don't know, spackled paint on the swan. I'm not too crazy about that. Let's try expressionism. Now isn't that interesting? Okay. This one takes all the factors into account, and I kind of like the result. Let's pull this back. And just adjust that just a little bit. And I like that. I really like that one. Don't ask me why, that's just my taste. But you got to keep in mind here that it's all about taste. What I like is not necessarily what you like, okay? You can play with these, you can adjust them, and keep in mind also that once we send it back to Photoshop, in Photoshop you can adjust it still further, okay? That is assuming that you're using Photoshop at all. Now, of course, yes, you can have Topaz Studio 2 and just take an image directly into it without going through Photoshop whatsoever. But in this case, I kind of like this, so I'm going to say apply. And that should take us, we're going to have to click accept up here in the upper left, and boom, we are now back in Photoshop. So here's before, here's after. A throwaway photo turned into an art piece. I love it. All right, let's take a look at our last image, and that's the two ladies right here, and let's turn it off. Let's see what the original looked like. Yeah, kind of blown out, and we tried it in Neo. It darkened it, which I'm not crazy about, and we tried to sharpen it in AI. I don't like that either. So I'm just going to turn these two layers off, and we're going to work with the original. And we will duplicate that layer, Command J, and we will give it a name, and we'll call it again Topaz Studio 2. Enter. There we go. And we'll go up here to Filter, in Photoshop and Topaz Studio 2. Click there. And we'll go to Add Look. And it puts these ladies in there. And one right off the bat that I already like is this one here. And that is Charcoal Sketchbook. Now, I like what it did. It's a sketch of everything here, and maybe it should be darkened a little, but I'm not quite too sure. Let's see what we can do if we play with the amount. No, now it's getting fuzzy again. But if we leave it in the sketchbook, it really sharpens the image and makes it rather interesting. But let's see if we have any other better options. I'm looking at those. Yeah, that's wow. Not going to be good at all. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of these looking particularly good. So let's come on down. No, blotchy there on oil painting. Yeah, none of these look good to me. Yeah, I don't like any of the others. Okay, so let's go back. Where were we? See if we can find it. This is right there. Okay, Charcoal Sketchbook. So let's see. Should we adjust the amount a little? No, because it's making it fuzzier. I like that. Okay, I'm going to hit Apply. And I'm going to hit Accept. And we go right back into Photoshop. Now, the other thing we can do is like, I think I'd like to change the color a little bit. So here, let's go here into Photoshop. And, whoops. Trying to remember how I do this. Okay, what do we want to adjust? Well, hue saturation, that would be 1. Yeah, let's try with hue saturation. Let's see what that'll do. We'll click there. Double click there, actually. And let's bring the saturation up. Let's see what that does. Well, it brings a little more color in there. There we go. I kind of like that. We could actually change the hue by scrolling here, going over there. Yeah, I liked it where it was. Where was it? It was there. And lightness, let's darken it just a smidge. No? There we go. I like that, and we will marry that by holding down the Option key. And that'll link it to there. And there's our original image. And we'll click here, and there's our new one as an art piece. What do you think? Okay, Topaz Studio 2. I think you're going to like it. You don't have to throw away the bad photos. Just change them to a piece of artwork. Works fine. Okay, and again, same message I always say in these tutorials. If I can do it, you can do it too. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. And again, if you're new to the channel and you like this, hit that subscribe button down below. Okay, all right. See you in the next video.